Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn, Fiji. In the last episode, we were working through the focuses to try to clean up a lot of the problems after the 2000 coup. Trying to restore our political power gain, improve our budgets, that sort of stuff. Production speed, research speed, all that kind of stuff. Working through all of these guys over here. Over here is where we're going to see some larger improvements, where we're going to actually get another civilian factory. We're going to get some infrastructure, some energy infrastructure, that sort of stuff. We'll actually get some resources out of this. 3 precious metals. So it's something, that's for sure. And we'll see what comes of it. Political power is really what I need. If we can get positive political power, then I think we have something we can work with, because that is something that I can actually leverage to do some things with. Right now, got nothing. So we're kind of cruising along right now, just coasting along, or like, while we wait for our focuses to finish. Meanwhile, in the rest of the world, we had a civil war in Iran, which saw the Ayatollah ousted, and then immediately after that civil war ended, a second civil war has started between the nationalists and the emerging communists. So we'll see where that goes. We also had a civil war in Saudi Arabia with Al-Qaeda trying to take over the country. And they're making progress. So we'll see how that goes. There's some rumblings in Syria as well. Let's get to it. Al-Qaeda has declared war on Kuwait. War in Iraq begins. President George W. Bush delivered a live address. Okay, yeah. The war on Iraq. You just declared war on Kuwait. The United States declared war on Iraq. Al-Qaeda has declared war on Yemen. Okay, then. Let's go to the Universal Retirement Program. The URP will be a blanket retirement fund the government will create and give to any citizen which has reached and filed for retirement or other associated social benefits. We hope to raise and even the floor for all citizens for the benefit of the nation as a whole. Alright, that'll improve. What does it include? All kinds of stuff. Health cost modifier, ideology drift defense, factory outputs, construction speed, political power gain, all kinds of stuff. Okay. You just declared war on Yemen, so that means Yemen is going to join this. And they just declared war on the United Arab Emirates. Do you really want to cut her? Oh, in the United States. Because you attacked Kuwait. Yep. Oh, and Jordan's involved as well. Assassination of the Nepalese royal family. King Birendra of Nepal and his entire family were killed in a massacre at the Narayahiti Palace. Cause of the massacre is disputed, but it marked the end of the 240-year reign of the Shah dynasty and left the country in turmoil. Alright, prices of houses and apartments have went through the roof, especially last year. People have taken out larger and larger loans to afford housing. So we have, it's painful, but the housing prices had to come down. Stable growth or stagnation. It'll avoid a potential for recession. Yeah. We went to stagnation. Not a ton I can do, and it really doesn't affect me at all. Alright. Iraq was puppeted. A state of Kurdistan was created in northern Iraq. Now we'll see what happens with what used to be Saudi Arabia. The Islamic Republic of Arabia took 6 states. Al-Qaeda was annexed, so they're back basically where they were before. Syria moves in on Lebanon. In mid-season, the Lebanese parliament was stormed by the Syrian military and security personnel. Several members of parliament were arrested under the charges of suspected terrorism. While this was happening, Syrian military units, some accompanied by Hezbollah militias, moved on Lebanese army bases in order to disarm the Lebanese army. Security for several key military installations is now shared between the Syrian Arab Army and Hezbollah. The Syrian government is referring to this as an anti-terrorist operation, but in practice, the Lebanese parliament is now fully controlled by pro-Syrian politicians and Hezbollah members. Syria has essentially gained full control over the country. How are things going in Iran? Not a lot of progress, looks like. Oh, we've actually finished Construction 1. Construction 2. Has that made any improvement here? 2018, yeah, a little bit. But one thing we are going to need to do here is we're going to need to knock down our power consumption. Universal Retirement Plan program done. Let's see, National Care Initiative. These are basically just adjusting all my modifiers. Alright, the NCI will be the beginning of the floor of our healthcare system. Basic treatments related to everyday accidents and such will be freely available to all citizens. We hope that the caregiving will show the citizens which make up our nation that they are being looked after, and they will give us a real chance to do things in bettering life as we know it. All right. Are we actually getting positive political power yet? No. Gulf states signed joint defense agreement. The leaders of the member states of the Gulf Cooperation Council have agreed to sign a landmark agreement that represents the most significant step in terms of GCC military cooperation in decades. The agreement commits all member states to come to the aid of a GCC member state that comes under attack from an external threat. However, foreign analysts have pointed out that this agreement was not complemented and by any real effort to integrate the various armed forces of the GCC, which retain separate chains of command, institutional cultures, and types of equipment. The GCC is therefore a long way from reaching the level of cohesiveness of a full military alliance. So it is not a faction yet? No. I think the issue right now is my stagnation. I don't know. It does improve stability a little bit. Alright, summit meeting between Turkey and Qatar. Yeah, we just have to take it. Creation of Greater Syria. The Syrian leader Maher al-Assad today announced the creation of Greater Syria. They say that the Syrian government will do all it can to unify the Syrian people, create one superstate in the region. Countries in the region have already condemned this action as being ludicrous. All right, National Care Initiative. Soup Kitchens Act. I think we need to read all of these. Basically, we're installing soup kitchens. Public unrest is growing, doing dissatisfaction with government spending. There's not a lot I can do about it. We'll enforce order. Alright, Nepal took one state. Maoist Nepal was annexed. Alright, Maoist forces crushed and defeats. Buy a little bit more fuel. Soup Kitchens Act. Yep, there, that's done. Police Fairness Act is up next. Interest rate is climbing. Artsakh declared war on Azerbaijan. Armenia has declared war on Azerbaijan. No longer under the effect of protest strikes. Ah, yes, and we still have a Georgian civil war going on. All right, ignore them. I cannot afford to lose political power. Police Fairness Act. Yep. Fijian Corps of Engineers. Like, I need an office sector. I think that would work wonders if we had an office sector. You know what I think I'm going to need to do, at least for now, is probably trade away my one factory for some oil. At least until the strategic reserve fills up. All right, Fijian Corps of Engineers is done. Dalai Lama returns to Tibet. Let's see, all these are pretty similar. We're going to work through them all, so we'll just start with Fijian Food Securities Program. Sweden has triggered Article 50 and will leave the European Union in 2 years. Maybe. Yep, it looks like the Artesh Authority of Iran is going to win the current civil war. What kind of casualties are we looking at? Targeted medical imports. See, People's Republic of Iran has lost 31,000. And the Artesh Authority of Iran has lost 686. All right, had to crash there and had to reload a autosave, and while I was trying to catch back up, Armenia and Azerbaijan have signed a white peace, apparently. And the People's Republic of Iran was annexed. Nope, we're not taking the corruption. The debt is worrisome, but there's not a lot I can do about it. Alright, we have finished microcomputing. And the targeted medical imports. Alright, let's grab improved computing. Let's grab the Early Education Standards Act. Are we in positive political power yet? No. We'll just keep ignoring them. Can't do anything. Can't do anything yet. Not yet. Alright, foreign meddling. A domestic unrest goes, foreign powers are taking interest. The government must decide between accepting foreign influence as it is or trying to control foreign agents. It really wants me to do negotiations and burn 250 political power. I can't. I cannot afford 250 political power. So we're just going to have to accept some additional Chinese influence. For now. Gabon has a trade agreement. Rally for Congolese Democracy has a trade agreement. Alright, Early Education Standards Act is complete. Fijian Economic Diversity Initiative. Get on it. Our strategic fuel reserves are almost full. 20 days. And we can go back to trying to build something. Now that is probably good enough. Go ahead and cancel. Trade. Go ahead and crank up the power consumption. Second of April 2014. It's improving. We have positive political power. Excellent. Not a lot of positive political power, but it is positive political power. Alright, the Fijian Economic Diversity Initiative is complete. The Domestic Savings Initiative. Run that. We're up to 0.22 political power per day. Now, how much will it cost to try to boost the economy? Billion. Plus 175 political power. Now that is not an unrealistic thing to think right now. It would take a long time. Like, I don't really care about opinion down modifiers right now. Upgrade laboratory equipment. I can upgrade laboratory equipment. Yes, please. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of cost, but, I mean... Myanmar is cracking down on protests. Integrated transportation system is complete. Enables building railways. Do we really care about being able to build railways right now? Probably not. Let's take 2G. Education cost multiplier down. That would be nice to have. Anything to start reducing our costs. I crashed again. Alright, and as soon as I loaded the autosave, we have increased consumer confidence. Increases replaces stagnation with stable growth. I might actually start be able to combat our foreign influence. All right, domestic savings initiative is complete. Oh, this. I'm gonna skip that because it's just too loud, too noisy. That music. All right, so that whole side of the tree is done. Let's go. Startup investment program. Saddam Hussein has been captured. We have a doctrine available. Organization +5. Yep, unlock that. Greece moves toward the right. Oh! A whole pile of elections just finished. That was really, really, really loud. Trust in the ruling party is eroding rapidly. A pivotal decision may further diminish the party's popularity or risk total collapse to the political authority awaits. No. Yeah, I'll take the loss. No, it doesn't matter. We are thoroughly entrenched at the moment. Alright, startup investment program is complete. Early business management program. Run. And we got ourselves the new technology research option. Like, I would say that researching military equipment is kind of pointless at this point. We don't have any resources with which to gain efficiency on. The reduction of power, fuel gain per fossil fuels. Production efficiency, production efficiency, production. Research speed. Research speed. Nope. We're gonna keep saying no. No, we're not taking additional corruption. Can we increase my corporate taxes? And will that have any effect whatsoever? We could try it. It increased the corporate income a tiny amount. Plus 0.34 per day. Now, there's something coming up in 2006. But we're going to go ahead and probably actually just pause and stop here for now. But we're getting into April of 2004. So, mentioning these paths we have coming up. We have not reached the decision. I do not believe we've reached the decisions that force us into one of these paths or not. Because we don't have any of these prerequisites. Like, for example, here one of the decisions is has avoided the 2006 coup. So I'm guessing there is a 2006 coup coming as part of the 2006 general election. This is the military coup succeeds. This one is the banana man has fallen. Whatever that is. This is the House of Suva has won. And this is the Technate Council seizes control. That's non-aligned. Nationalist, I'll say nationalist, nationalist, Western, Western. I'm leaning towards, I believe I mentioned this one. Non-aligned. I like the idea of getting some sort of boost to our technology. I think we're going to have to play tall for a little while. Try to play tall, because we're not going to have opportunities to expand that much. At least not anywhere that's going to be very significant. So we're going to have to leverage whatever we can. And if we can start to advance technologically, we can get a bit of a leg up over any potential rivals in the region. And that's what I'm thinking. So we'll have to pay attention as we approach 2006. And hopefully the decisions that we will have opportunities to make will be obvious. I think these are all color-coded. So we will see how that goes. But for now, we will stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.